Hello. Welcome on back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. If you remember from our last tutorial, I had created this glittery, bronzy, glowy kind of look on our beautiful model Eileen. And today we have the pleasure of having her back with us. But I'm thinking we do a completely different look. I'm thinking matte, flawless skin paired with my viral red glossy lip. And today is going to be extra special because I'm doing this all in partnership with Anna Sui. So without further ado, if you want to learn how I created this look right here, then keep on watching. So to begin, I'm using the Arencia Glow Serum on the beautiful Eileen. This is nice because it's super lightweight. It gives the skin a healthy sheen, and I really just love how it like layers underneath everything else, especially for a more matte look like the one we're creating today. I still want the skin underneath to feel alive, you know what I mean? Next, I'm going in with this Anna Sui Gel Foundation Primer. This one has a bit of that cooling, almost bouncy texture to it, and I use this by first placing it in the T-zone, and then I'll blend it outwards. It kind of just brightens up the skin and smooths everything over without feeling heavy or sticky, which is exactly what we want from our foundation. We want the skin to look blurred, but not overly matte. So it gives us that perfect soft focus base to work with. Now here is where I'm doing a little something different today. I'm using the Anna Sui Black Cream Blush underneath the foundation. It looks black in the jar, by the way, but as you blend it out, it shifts into a beautiful reddish tone that's going to be unique to you. But I'm using this underpainting technique today because you'll barely notice it once everything's layered on, but that's the point. That's the magic. I want the bold color to come from the lips today and keep this blush understated and quite natural. Almost like your naturally flushed cheeks are just kind of, peeking through the foundation. That's the goal. Speaking of, I'm using the TirTir Red Cushion Foundation today. This is one of those formulas that really gives a nice medium coverage without looking thick. I'm just pressing this into the skin, and I'm taking my time with this, building this up to create an even, smooth base. You'll see how it melts in. The skin looks flawless. The blush is still peeking through, and the color match is perfection, if I do say so myself. Next up, for concealer, I'm working with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in the shade 2.5C, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. I'll put it down below for sure in the description box, the shade I'm using, but I've been really enjoying this formula lately. It's long-lasting, it sets beautifully with powder, and it's full coverage, like full coverage, which is music to my ears. Y'all know that by now, but it does dry down quite quickly, so that's something to consider. And that's why I like to work one under eye at a time, blending it out and then taking the Anna Sui Hello Kitty loose powder in the shade 300. I know it's got that purple tint, I know, and that might feel a little intimidating, but purple powders are actually great for brightening dullness. Because purple is opposite yellow on the color wheel, it's going to balance out any of those yellow undertones and give the under eye a little pick-me-up. And as for the formula, it's hydrating, it's smoothing, and extremely blurring, as you can see from the before and after. So once I complete the same steps for the under eye, I'm going to go in with a bit of the Makeup Forever Powder Foundation. This does a great job at adding a little more coverage while also mattifying the skin. I'm sorry, y'all. Last night the baby did not want to sleep, which means dad did not sleep, so I'm holding on by a thread. So I apologize in advance, but yes, it helps mattify the skin a little bit more and give that overall soft focus effect. Here's where I like to warm the skin back up a bit. So using the Sephora Collection Powder Bronzer in the shade 02, this is really one of those no-fuss formulas that blends without patchiness. I'm adding this to the cheekbones. I'm adding this to the forehead, just rebalancing everything. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I think I used like one shade too light of the powder foundation. So this bronzer is really gonna as I said, add warmth back to the skin. It's after this that I'll bake just a touch underneath the eyes. For this, I believe I'm using the one size translucent powder, but really you can use whatever you've got. Even the purple powder from earlier if you want even more brightness. This step just helps everything stay in place and give that snatched under eye effect once we wipe it off later. Moving on to the brows, I'm using the Fenty brow pencil. I like to keep things soft here, just brushing through the hairs, giving her a little more structure, but nothing too bold. I want the focus to stay on the lips for this look. Alrighty, on the eyes, I'm using only one shade from this Makeup by Mario Master Mattes Neutrals palette. Just a quick wash over the lid and underneath the lower lash line. Super diffused, super soft. This is just to bring a bit of shape back to the eyes without competing with the lip. And then I'll use a deeper shadow from the same palette to trace just the outer corner of the lash line. It's not quite liner, just a little lift. I love how subtle this is. It gives the eyes some definition without shouting, hey, look at me, if that makes sense. For lashes, I'm using the Lancome Hypnose mascara. I believe I used this on Eileen in the last tutorial, and I liked how it looks. So a light coat on the top and just a whisper on the bottom lashes because we want to keep the eyes clean and fresh. Then I'm popping on 2 of these individual clusters on each eye, just on the outer corners. That's all we need. It lifts the eye without making it, feel too glam or overdone. Now for the lips. This is where the look comes alive, in my opinion. I start by pressing a bit of the powder foundation over the lips to blank out the natural color. Then I go in with a one size coin collector lip liner. This is a rich, deep brown. I trace the entire border of the lips, and then I'll take a small blending brush to feather the edges inwards. Not the outer part of the liner, that's important, just the inner part. Feathering this inwards to give us that soft ombre effect. This is really what's going to give us that fullness and dimension. Okay, the lipstick. This is the Anna Sui Everlasting Rouge. I place this right in the center and blend outward. This is really the most perfect orangey red I think I've ever used. And if you've been watching my tutorials for a while now, you know I love a vibrant, fiery, orangey red lipstick because it's what's going to give us that brightness and contrast against the brown liner. And it's what makes the lip pop. You know what I mean? It's long wearing and it dries down matte, which, by the way, I will warn you, if you're wearing your hair down, you may want to keep this lip matte because otherwise if you gloss it up, it can get real messy real quick. So I recommend if you add gloss, style your hair up and out of your face. You'll thank me later. So yeah, okay, enough talking. Let's get into it. I'm taking the MAC Clear Lip Glass and popping this right on top. Look at how this finish completely transforms. This is what gives us that candy apple glaze finish that I love. I actually went viral for this lip combo on TikTok, which is why I wanted to share how I, create this on a client or on a model. And honestly, it almost looks unreal, doesn't it? Like almost Photoshop. That's how beautiful and stunning it is. Now, once the lips are done, I dust off the bake and we can see how we keep that soft matte finish, but with a little extra brightness. And then to finish everything off, I'm going to use the One Size Until Dawn setting spray to set and lock this look into place, making this the final step in how we created this glamorous look on our naturally beautiful model. Kids, I hope y'all enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can check out more of my work on my Instagram at Painted by Spencer. And until next time, I'll see you soon.